Okay everybody, it is Amber. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm here with Tyler.
Hi!
And we are at Hidden Treasure, and it's going to be super great because Tyler is a sustainable fashion blogger. She has a really great channel that shows you all the different thrifting advantages and just really cute tips on just how to be sustainable in life in general, which I really love. We're also a part of the same agency, Role Models Agency. Is that what it is?
Yes,
Yeah.
Role Models Management. We should know
We're
that.
great. But we're part of the same agency. That's how we met, and I'm really thankful that we did because she's so much fun. But because she's into thrifting, I really wanted to bring her here so that she could see Hidden Treasures because it's such a great place. But also I really wanted to ask her some questions for my new segment called Meet My Friend, where I find different people from all different sorts of walks of life and ask them the same questions to see how we are all the same but different at the same time. So we're gonna do that too. On her channel, she'll show you what we do on the inside, all the little pieces that we find, trying it on. I'll show you a little bit of that too, but mostly I'm just gonna be interviewing her. So
I'm excited.
We're gonna go on inside.
Okay, so I wasn't able to get as much footage as I had anticipated, as the lady at the front desk asked us not to film, which was a total buzzkill, but we did manage to get some sneaky footage for you, so that's what you're seeing now. But either way, I still highly encourage you guys trying to make a trip to Hidden Treasure if you can. I will link the address in my description on YouTube as well as on the blog, and then probably the posts that I post on Instagram. But it's definitely a place that you don't want to miss out on. It has so much fun, funky style. All of the items in the store are hand-picked, and you can tell that everything in there is curated with lots of love. So definitely go check it out if you can.
Okay, so we just got finished at Hidden Treasures. They wouldn't let us film, but we did get a little bit of footage, so I will show that to you, or you probably have already seen it at this point. But now I just wanted to sit down with Tyler and ask a few questions just to get to know her a little bit so that you guys could know her. And so here we go. I have them on her phone here, so I'm just going to take them off of here. You're fine.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. Okay, so the first question is, who are you?
So my name's Tyler. I'm the blogger behind Thrifts and Tangles. So my blog is about thrifted fashion and natural hair, and I'm also an ethical fashion model.
Great. Where are you from?
So I was born in Chicago, and then I moved to Vegas when I was 1, and I was raised in Vegas. And I moved to LA in August, so I've been here for almost a year now.
Ooh, you're almost officially an Angelina. Do you think that where you're from shaped who you are, and if so, like why or why not?
I think it did because Vegas is super diverse, so I think it exposed me to a lot of different people and a lot of different cultures, and it helped me learn to accept different people and different cultures. Because when I go back to Chicago, Chicago's still really segregated, and the communities don't really like integrate with each other. So that's something I was grateful for growing up in Vegas, and even in LA. LA is pretty diverse, so it's nice to kind of meet different people.
Yeah, I feel the same way about like the same thing that you just said about like Los Angeles. It really gave me like exposure to a lot of different cultures, because it's kind of LA and like New York, all the big cities usually tend to get more diverse people moving in. And so I was thankful to have gone to school with so many different types of people, rich, poor, you know, from different religions and different races. It was really cool. Do you consider, who do you consider your people?
So I identify as Black, so I identify most with Black culture, so I would say Black folks are my people.
And then what do you wish people knew about your people?
In regards to sustainability, a lot of the media shows sustainability is made for rich white people, but if you look at history, Black and brown people have been sustainable throughout the history because it was a means of survival. So I think I want people to know that just that Black and brown people have always been sustainable, whether it's from riding public transportation or hang lining the clothes, or even the stereotypic kind of thing is the butter.
Like the
butter containers. Yeah, exactly. But that's
100%. My mom does not throw away containers at all. I'm like, can we put even plastic cups, like the red Solo cups, if we ever have them, my mom puts them in the sink to like wash, and I'm like, Mom, like this isn't like. Now that I know more about sustainability, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is better. But like before, I'd be like, this is embarrassing. Let's throw these away. Like this is meant to throw away.
Exactly. I have friends who their parents would wash Ziploc bags, and they were so embarrassed by it. But that's being sustainable. You don't have to buy like new bamboo products to be sustainable. You could just reuse plastic.
What you have.
Exactly.
Can you? I'm not gonna say. I need to find crazy. So that's a really good one. I actually saw that you had posted another girl that was kind of expounding on that topic, that sustainability isn't necessarily like new by any means, and not, like you just said, just for white rich people.
Exactly.
And it shouldn't cost $1 million to be sustainable either.
No, and I went down the rabbit hole where I thought I needed to buy all new bamboo products, so I bought like the little bamboo spork, that they have. It's like double-sided, and I never used it because I didn't like how the bamboo felt. And then I watched the video, and someone said you could just reuse, like just bring stainless steel forks and knives with you, and that never clicked in my head. Like I should use what I already have instead of buying new. So now I take like just a stainless steel fork with me, and it's sustainable.
I love that. What are you passionate about?
So obviously I'm passionate about sustainability, but I'm also really into thrift shopping. I really get all my clothes like secondhand. I always go thrifting first before I actually go to like a store to buy something. So it usually takes me a long time to find clothes. Like if I want a black shirt, I have to find it at the thrift store.
I was just saying that to my friend the other day, that it's like so hard. Like that's one of the hard things about thrifting, or to buy your clothes like reused, is that if you want like a specific fashion, you kind of just have to wait till you find it.
And that could take months, that could take a year, that could take 2 years, you don't know, but you have to be patient. And when you think about it, like you don't really need that item at that moment, you just want it.
No, so true. And then also like, wait, what was I gonna say? I just had a good point. I don't remember. Move on to the next one. Okay. So are you religious, and if so, what do you practice?
I'm actually not religious. I identify as an agnostic deist, so I believe there's a higher power, but based on nature, because everything in nature is connected, everything is kind of designed in a similar fashion, so for that reason I believe there's like some kind of creator, but it's interesting because all of my friends growing up were Christian, and I'm the only one who's agnostic, so that was kind of interesting.
Was your family Christian, or are they more agnostic like you?
My family's agnostic as well. Like my grandparents are Christian, but my immediate family, they're agnostic, and they used to be, my dad was Catholic and my mom was Christian, but now they're agnostic, so cool.
Love it. What does the world need?
So this is going to be really cliche, and this question was hard. When you sent it over, I was like, okay, how do I answer this? But I'm going to say kindness, because I think the world needs to be kind to each other. We need to be kind to ourselves, and of course kind to planet Earth, because we're killing it right now.
And that's a lot of the reason why I wanted to do Meet My Friend, because I just know so many really fun, great people that are doing amazing things, and they're all from different walks of life. And because I'm from such a diverse city, and then also from a diverse family, like I'm really mixed. My mom is Greek and Mexican, and my dad is like Black and French, and so I grew up with so many different cultures. My grandfather's a Holocaust survivor, and like my great grandmother on my mom's side is a first generation Mexican American. So I did like Passover, and then I would go to my great grandma's house and do tamales for Christmas Eve, and like all those different things. So because I came from that, I got to experience like how beautiful having such a diverse background is. And so I just really wanted to highlight that there's so much that you can learn from other people and from their cultures, and you don't necessarily have to subscribe to their way of life or their beliefs, but you can appreciate it and take the good stuff from it, and you don't need to be fearful or reject or be mean to anybody that thinks different than you. So I thought that if I could show these people to other people, that it would give them a little bit of an insight and hopefully spark their interest to go and find like other people that are different from themselves and get to know them. So that's why I'm doing Meet My Friend. So hopefully you guys will be inspired to like reach out and try new things and meet new people. But I love that answer. Kindness is what we need.
Yeah, I agree. And then I love the idea of that you want to expose people to people of other different cultures. So I used to work at a women's clothing boutique in Vegas, and I worked for a Korean-owned company, and they had like, I worked for the corporate office, so every day they would cook like a Korean homemade meal, and they had a kitchen, and they taught me how to use chopsticks because I didn't know how to use chopsticks, and I learned so much about it's so bad. I was so bad at it, but now I'm like a pro because they took the time and taught me, and that's something I love from their culture.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting being exposed to different people's beliefs, and it kind of helps you form your own beliefs instead of being around the same people who think like you, act like you. It's nice to get
You're
different.
missing out on so much if you just narrow down your exposure to what you already know. The world has so much to offer, and the people in the world, whether they're famous or just somebody painting or dancing or whatever they're doing, you can learn so many things from them. And like I said before, it doesn't mean you have to subscribe to their way of life, but you can take what you will from them and like put it into your life. So.
Exactly. And recently I went to a birthday party, and I'm used to everyone thinking like me, so I went to the party where some people had different beliefs than me, and they were challenging my thoughts, but I was also challenging theirs, and instead of us like being like, you're wrong, like we actually had a dialogue and we shared our points.
Because what if you are wrong?
Exactly.
Like, what if you
never
want
know.
to know?
Yeah, exactly. You never know until
wouldn't you want to know? I bet it, and if you're right,
challenged.
then you can have that be proof to you. Be like, oh, really that wasn't working, and I know that what I'm doing is working. So, like you said, having that challenge it keeps you in perspective, and so I think it's important. So the next question is, what do you hope to leave the world with?
I just want to inspire others to try to be sustainable. No one's going to be perfect, and we should never strive for perfection, right? It's impossible.
Right.
So as long as I can be a reminder to someone like, oh, I could do something simple as bring a tote bag with me. Like I love that idea, and I have a lot of friends who, because of me, they're like, okay, I don't use plastic, single-use utensils, and for me that's enough. I'm like, okay, I left someone better off by them knowing me. I left them better off.
Definitely. Like Valerie, who is our agent, that I've been friends with her since middle school, so I've known her for a really long time. She's been that person for me as far as like sustainability. She's always just like, oh, here, like I found these really cool like plastic bags that like are reusable or like whatever they are, or not plastic. I'm sorry, but like plastic equivalent, like something to replace them. And she's always like exposing me to those things. And then she started Role Models, which is amazing because it's based around people that are trying to do good things and putting those people out into the world as far as models or acting and whatever. She wants to make sure that the people that she's representing are conscious and doing good things for the world. So then when I met you and I started watching your channel, I was like, maybe I should go thrifting.
Yay, see, that's a win for me.
I should. And so, you definitely did open my eyes to like a whole other world, because before I was telling you in Hidden Treasures, I would go thrifting here and there and get most of my stuff from, fast fashion and get little things from here, but it should be the opposite. Like you should get most of your clothes secondhand or like reused, and then get like your staples or like the little things that you really love from fast fashion if you can. So definitely opened my eyes to that.
Yay, that makes me happy.
So the last question is, why is sustainability so important to you?
So I was raised to care about people and care about the environment. So I feel like when I make a purchase, I need to be a conscious consumer, and I want the things I buy to have the least amount of impact, or a positive impact, I should say, on the world and the people. So if that's the least I can do, I feel like I might as well do it. And I watched the documentary The True Cost, and once you're exposed to what's going on like behind the scenes in fashion, it's either you're choosing to
Perpetuate.
Exactly. Or you're choosing to, kind of stop the problem.
Be a part of the solution.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we would like to be able to give a good world, like a sustainable world to our kids, and like the next generation, they need a home too. So we should do our part.
Yeah, exactly. We need the earth to be around as long as possible.
Yeah,
Right?
seriously. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to come all the way out here and see Topanga, and I'm sorry we couldn't film.
It's
in
okay.
Hidden
Thanks for showing me around.
Treasures.
If you guys haven't been here, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Come check it out.
And thank you to Quotazone for letting us film in here. It was really noisy outside, so they let us come inside and film in here. That's where we are right now. But yeah, thank you so much for doing this and giving us like honest answers. I really appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
And make sure that you guys follow her. I will link her YouTube channel and her Instagram below, but you can find her at
Thrifts and Tangles. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube under that name.
Great. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Thank you.
Yay, that was good.
Yeah, so good.
Killer. Wow.
Yay, we had an
We're
audience.
gonna start a TV show in here now. So this is Gio, the owner.
Hi, thank you so
Thanks
much.
for letting us use the space.
I gotta turn the light on for you guys.
No, it's
Well,
okay. The
she
natural
did.
light was perfect.
So I'm just finishing up. I'm actually in the car driving back home, but I just wanted to say thank you for watching this episode. I hope you really liked it. I really loved hearing more about Tyler. She's such an amazing, inspirational girl. I hope you guys liked her too and that you'll follow her. And remember to like and subscribe because it really helps my channel. And then go ahead and follow me on Instagram too at AmberNell Does It All.